for helping out today in the video department.
Doing a bang-up job.
That's right. You'll find the latest episode of the Bill Squire Show as well at alancoxshow.com. And you'll find the newest Poundcake podcast.
I went a little more in depth on the story that I told you guys yesterday about the dry humping.
Oh, in depth.
Yeah.
So it's just a little tease here. Mm-hmm. If you want to get the full extent of the dry humping.
Yeah, about how Bill Squire makes them dry.
You're gross.
Well, you didn't make her dry.
I know,
She was.
You don't know that.
Huh?
What?
I mean, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Of the drought.
And say that.
MarySantora.com.
And say that, you're not going to make her drier, right?
Again.
Wow.
You don't know what my skills are.
Who even knew
got a
that
very
was
specific
physiologically possible?
You just suck it up like the Sahara.
Wow.
That's why he said he was buying a humidifier, remember?
Oh, that's why?
If you're next
As all this dry humping,
she had a dry mouth in the morning.
Make sure there's no kindling around you with all this.
She said the air was dry because of the heat.
She had to blame it on something.
Yeah,
No,
that's right.
I'm sure it's just the radiator.
And he's in the penultimate penthouse too. So that heat all rises from the street all the way up to the 9th floor, right? Yeah. And makes his place like a greenhouse. So
you should name your next album "Benefit of the Drought," though. I think that would be wonderful.
I don't hate it.
Just you standing in the middle of sand with. I guess that would be
Quicksand.
I think that's a Bill Hicks album cover, actually, standing in sand with a microphone. But why not? I mean, whatever. Hey, Dick.
Hey!
What's going on, Dick?
How are you guys? I'm enjoying myself. It's a little bit different, but I got a chance to play a little bit more music now that I'm enjoying the good life.
And that's really what you want to do the whole way through, right, Dick? Well, walk me through a typical day. When you were working at Lowe's, what time were you getting up in the morning?
Oh, shoot, I got up early. I always got up early.
And so now...
At least 5:30.
5:30. Are you sleeping in? Like, you're not setting an alarm,
I get
right?
up at the same time.
You get up at 5:30?
About 5:15.
You're getting up earlier. What's the benefit of retirement if you can't sleep in until, say, 5:45?
I have a friend at Fox Sports. One of the guys has known me from Cincinnati. He was from Cleveland. And it's the Ben Maller Show, and I've mentioned you guys on there from Fox Sports.
I bet he loves that. Did we ever confront Dick with his flip-flopping on the Bengals and the Browns?
We have not.
We had the people that said that he was just saying that the Bengals were going to win last week.
I see.
So I don't think he was really saying the Browns were anything bad. But
I wanted the Browns, Bill and Mary, in my heart to win, and they won last week. I thought it was good.
Okay.
Right, but we heard that you called another...
I got to be loyal to my team.
I heard because...
My family's from up there.
Because, Dick, I was concerned at first because I was hearing from listeners that they had heard you on Cincinnati radio talking about how the Bengals were so great, and you can understand how that confused me.
Yeah. But my loyalty's got to be to Cleveland sports. That's a problem.
Well, they can be wherever you put them, but I was just a little surprised right. So you get up the exact same time you did before you retired.
Yes.
I mean, I guess that gives you more hours a day to play banjo.
Yeah. I found a place. There's a couple places I'm going to go to down in Xenia at the Senior Citizens, and they've got people coming from Nashville, West Virginia, Cleveland, Youngstown. It's called a country mixed jam, and they play for 3 or 4 hours, and we get to do songs. And the strummers today, we went through a repertoire of songs. We had a pretty big crowd.
Repertoire.
Now, the banjo group, as you know...
Take that for heart palpitations.
Everybody's got sick down here in that cold flu.
Sure, yeah,
so we only had 12 the other night, but we went an hour. We sounded pretty good.
Yeah. So, Dick, what do you do for... I mean, there's this assumption that elderly people enjoy the banjo, and that's not necessarily the case. You ever have people walk out? You ever clear a room when you guys start playing?
Nope. the people always never walked out on us. They always enjoyed us, like at the Strummers, the banjo, and the little country jam I go to.
So they probably it's a different generation, so they just probably want to be polite.
Yeah, it's a different generation,
Yeah.
you know. And I want to tell you guys a story. I went there today, and I wanted to check on my paycheck. It's coming, and my holiday pay. All right, there was always one person that got all the carts and everything in.
Yeah.
It took 6 people today. There were 7 people out there. That lot looked like a wreck, guys.
Dick, are you trying to tell us that you were doing the work of 6 people?
Almost.
And that they're lost without you? But you could see that coming. You knew that was going to be the case.
Yeah, I did.
They took you for granted for a quarter century, and now you get your sweet, sweet revenge. A pickin' and a grinnin' all the way to 5:15 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah. When do you go to bed, Dick?
About 10:30, 11:15.
I wasn't sure if you guys were up playing late into the night, if you were living the rock star lifestyle where you're going to bed at 3, getting up at 5:15, having an Ovaltine and a Red Bull, and starting the day, and Ensure and Red Bull, and starting the day all over again.
Yeah. But I've got, I really think the Cavaliers are going to maybe, the way they're playing, I think they can make the
I think the Cavaliers are gonna maybe do something. I'll tell you what, that is a prediction. I think a lot of people will be willing to put their money where their mouth is, Dick. They're probably going to maybe do something.
Another thing,
I
wanted to tell you too who I'm going to miss on the broadcast. I called up the Red Zone show a week ago and wished Doug luck, but I'm going to miss Doug Deacon. He was one of my favorites on the Browns.
Right, I heard about that guy. Yeah. He retired.
And,
they named the booth out. They named the booth after him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right.
Of course, my favorite was, I don't know if you remember Bill or Mary, I always liked Nev Chandler.
Yeah, Nev Campbell.
I was going to say, is that the girl in the Scream movie?
Just came out with a new one.
No, Gibb Shanley was actually the voice of the Browns for 24 years.
Oh, okay.
And Nev came in 84.
Gibb Shanley, right.
And then Jimmy Donovan. I love
Gotcha.
Jimmy Donovan and Deacon. Tony Grossi. Tony Grossi.
Those are all names.
All names.
All names. Yes, they're all names. What about Dorothy Fuldheim? Did you like her too?
Yes. And you know who else I used to like? Don Webster.
Don Webster.
Oh, my favorite.
How did I know you were going to say Don Webster? What about Ted Henry? Did you like him?
Yes.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say Don Webster. I just knew it. How about Robin Swoboda?
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Oh, she's a beautiful woman, right?
Yeah, I tell you, I talked to, she was, I don't know if she's on 3 or 5. I've talked to Holly Strano a couple times.
Oh, I'm sure, but I bet Holly Strano can't spit bars like Robin Swoboda
Stop!
can.
Collaborate and listen.
No.
Rob's in the back with a brand new invention. It's an ice nest holding me tightly, sold like an iceberg daily and nightly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hey, enjoy the rest of your day, Dick.
Yeah, have a good day. See ya. Bye-bye.
Everybody have Dick tonight.
I got to bring that back, just letting Dick hang there. But, wow. Well, we got a lot of updates there from Dick.
Oh, yeah, well, he hasn't called in a while, so he had a lot to say.
Doing the work of 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that.
He was like the cart guy. I mean, I don't think everybody concentrates on it as much as he did.
And he probably had a system,
And
like
also,
a certain way to push him that
well,
it would be
he probably took pride in his work, where there's a lot of people that are like, hey, get the carts out.
Cold outside, yeah.
Well, also, isn't the whole cart collection system automated now? They've got like those, they're not just putting their shoulder into it anymore. A lot of times you see those automated things.
Right, you still have to have somebody that drives it, though.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is there's probably like 20-year-old kids that are like, I'll get the carts when I get the carts. I'm trying to run out the clock here. I'm not trying to get, like, there's always going to be carts everywhere. So why am I going to kill myself trying to clean up all the carts when it's just, you take your time, you do as few as you can during the time without getting yelled at.
Right. Yeah, I never worked at a grocery store, so I never had to mess with. I did work at a grocery store. I just didn't.
You weren't a cart.
That's right. I wasn't a cart guy.
Cart jockey.
I worked in the bakery.
AC cart catcher?
I was not AC cart catcher. No.
Man.
Nope. I was AC bakery scrubber, whatever it was. Yeah. They call Alabama the Crimson Tide. Call that the Deacon Booth. Thank you very much for whoever sent me that.
Wonderful.
That is a deep dive. But yeah, it's fantastic that Dick still gets up. And what do they say? That's the key to health. That's the key to longevity, is getting up. Is getting up the same time. Dismiss it if you would on the mic. Yeah, thank God we got these mic covers here. Is getting up the same time every day. It's easier said than done. There's a lot of things people should do to keep themselves healthy. That is easier said than done. How many people are getting up the same time on a Saturday that they would on a weekday?
Nobody, because it's insane.
Mm-hmm. It's not insane.
Yes.
It's just it requires some discipline. And
It's unnecessary. Not insane.
It's not unnecessary. They say it's
Yes, it
one
is.
of the best things you can do for your health. So it's very much not unnecessary.
And also, I bet of everyone in this room, and then add Dick from Dayton, he's the happiest of all of us.
Probably.
Because his life is simple.
Blissful.
And it's all in. If he's not jockey and carts, he's playing banjo and he's having a good time. The simplicity of his life makes him quite happy.
Yup. He's giving all those olds the cron. Mm-hmm. For him.
So his
he's
routine,
hastening their departure from this mortal coil.
His routine, that being up at 5:15, he's happy to greet the day.
I got up at like 7:15 today, 7:30ish.
That's early for you.
Was that on purpose?
You must have had an appointment.
I did.
Yeah, ain't no way you're getting up.
Ain't
Just
nobody
gotta
gonna
tell me when to
wake
get up.
That's true.
Yeah.
I had to drop my car off to get my brakes worked on.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
Brakes worked on.
Brakes and rotors.
Yeah, they do go.
Yep.
Hand in hand.
8:30 I had to drop the car off, so I've been up all day.
8:30. Well, look at you.
She's not going to get to, because she's got a hair appointment tonight. So
I know.
she's not going to get to bed till 10.
What am I going to do?
How long is that going to be?
My hair appointment?
Is this going to be an extensive bit of work?
No, she's just touching up my roots and probably give me a little, not like a full cut, but a trim, just to kind of
little
get ready,
zhuzh?
ready for LA next week. Yeah. Gotta go. Although my fat pants didn't fit me today.
So you
I
weren't
don't
going to
really
get
know.
breast implants to prepare for your trip to LA?
No, pedicure and my hair re-dyed. That's about as far as I'm going.
Re-dyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my name was not Alan Cakes when I worked at the bakery. Thank you very
Come
much.
on. They call you real cupcake.
Start doing some squats and maybe it will be.
Dick doing the work of 6 people and Mary's 28-hour workday brother would probably get along very well.
He lives down that way.
Why don't we put those two together? Get your brother who works 28 hours a day.
Probably enjoys banjo music.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly.
And Dick down there in Beaver Creek.
He'll be in town this weekend. I'll ask him. I'll be like, would you like to befriend an elderly man who plays the banjo?
I bet, and I'm not the first person to point this out, but I bet that Dick has been, mild as it is, I bet he's been sitting on criticism of his coworkers for decades.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's like, I went there. Because what did
Carts are a disaster.
He says
mess.
he says he went there to get his check.
Yeah.
Dude's still getting paper checks.
Of course.
Well, I don't know. Just because you're old doesn't mean you have, you're not still living in the 70s.
yeah, but I mean,
There are old people who are playing games on their phones. They know what's up.
yeah, but Dick is not
He's not that guy?
person.
You don't think so?
No, not at all.
No way.
Yeah. And so now, nothing left to lose. He's going to be stacking that holiday cheddar. And he's going to let fly.
Yeah, and he's going to be like, oh, look at how things are now that Dick's gone. You miss Dick, don't you?
Yeah. You know what, though? I know we break his balls, but I bet, because he saw a lot of people come and go over the course of 25 years, he was a constant at that store.
Yeah.
I bet there are people who are like, Dick was a fun guy to have around.
I bet.
No, he's a very jovial,
He's a genial
kind
guy.
man,
Yeah, he's effusive, to quote John Mayer.
Yes.
He's jocular, maybe even. Alan Mary just was getting up early, and her mental health is clearly so great. Oh, shots fired, dude.
bro.
Shots
Whatever,
fired.
man.
But that's what I'm saying.
Bro.
I go to therapy. I go to my meetings. I do what I need to do. I'm on medication. Forget you. I'm trying as much as I
But
can.
what you really need to
Forget
do
you.
is live your life more like Dick from Dayton. Is what they're trying to say.
Wake up at 5:15. I would not be a happy person.
5:15. You have a dead end job where you're just going to be wrangling carts for 25
No
years,
way.
and then they.
I don't even know how to play the banjo.
You know how you do something.
I want to know
You do
what
comedy.
I want to know what they gave him on day one.
Like pay?
No.
Oh.
They didn't put him on carts day one. He's an old man. So I want to know, even 25 years ago, he's an old man. So,
He's in his 50s, and they.
that's the carts are the domain of like the kid who's in high school. Hey,
It's usually
Timmy, get out
just-
there and.
I feel like it's like, just go outside. Quit talking to people. Your job is to be away from people.
Go outside, but he also
Leave
worked
the
in the
customers
nursery.
alone, yeah.
He worked in the nursery. He worked all over the place.
He
So
was a
I'm-
jack of all trades, but I imagine they saw his prowess at cart wrangling, and they're like, "This is where this guy is meant to be."
this is something that's going to
Yeah.
occupy a lot of his time.
And
So
it
let's
keeps
put him
from
on.
telling us the same thing about the Browns again and again and again. So we'll have him out there.
Right.
talking-
No more Dick Deacon stories or whatever.
We talked about bands sounding alike earlier. Whenever I hear the word prowess, I think of prowling. So I associate that word with cats, and I picture Dick like prowling through the parking lot to get the
You need a
cars.
nap.
I do.
He might have prowling prowess for all I know.
He might.
Yeah.
He might.
Next time he calls, provided that he does, it's all we can't take anything for granted. We'll have to ask him. Do you have prowling prowess?
Also, when I was farting,
Have you shown any bravery in battle at any time?
when I was making farting noises at you, my lip touched the microphone, and now, or my tongue did, and now I'm afraid of whatever disease might be in my mouth.
But you're the only person that uses that microphone, so that's your mic cover. So
Are you sure?
Yes. Who else is on
I don't
that?
know.
We're the only ones who are in here using these.
Might get my thrush back.
I think. Listen, that mic cover, that's all Mary's germs are in there
Mary's.
anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's on you.
I'm not.
Then I'm okay.
I'm not switching them
I
around
don't
every
know
night.
the procedure, or if someone comes in here and wants to play disc jockey and they're
No.
spitting on stuff.
I'm gonna play disc jockey. Okay. Rule number 1: spit all over the microphone. Do that. No, the only person who's in here in the morning is Corey, and he's not. I don't think he's on the mic.
Parts of it
He's
are.
definitely not on that one.
He's sitting usually where Alan is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my tongue is safe.
Somebody does change the height of my armrests every day. That drives me nuts.
Nuh-uh, seriously?
I swear to God, every day I come in here, they're pushed down, and then I have to pull them back up.
Yeah, I do that.
Why do you do that?
Because I clean up the studio every night. You got chairs over there or microphone arms up there. So I go
put my
around.
microphone arm in the same spot every
No,
time.
no. It's on the. It's all flipped over. So I push the chair in and I
Okay, so
move
just to
your
push it
microphone.
in.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I didn't.
I'm not trying to jam anybody up.
It's not jamming me up. I
I
just
think y'all
think
should
it's
throw
funny.
hands over it. Throw hands over it.
No. I do that so I can push the chair in.
Well, mystery solved.
Yeah.
Who's gonna clean up these Christmas lights?
I'll tear them down.
No,
I mean,
I like them.
although I
I
did.
say leave them.
No,
Yeah.
but has anyone realized though that you cannot see them outside because the windows are tinted?
I did.
I didn't
want to
notice
say
that.
anything to you.
I
because
never
when you were
noticed.
like, I want to drive by. When people drive by, they can say it. I was like, just let him go.
No, like
I'm not going to rain on your
no,
parade.
like the third day after I did them, I was like, can't see a goddamn thing down here.
I see the studio lights from outside. Why can't I see the lights up against the window?
Because you see that there are lights on. You can't tell that there are Christmas lights in the windows because I didn't realize the glass was tinted.
Well, that
We're
won't
not
be
even-
a problem in the new studio.
Yeah, I was going to
because
say
they'll
we're
be
not
able
even
to
going to
look
have
right in.
we're not even going to have the benefit of tinted windows downtown. We're up here on the friggin' 4th floor and they got tinted windows.
In the sky.
Okay, listen. Let me take a break here, okay? I'll have those WWE tickets for you after the break. You want to go to Monday Night Raw. It's back at the Romo Fijo on March the 7th. So we'll get you set up with that. I'll have another $1,000 for you. 5:30 is going to be the next keyword for you to go fund yourself.
This is the Alan Cox Show.